To ensure a seamless exercise at the ongoing year 2021 West African Senior School Certificate Examination, the Lagos State government distributed various science practical materials and chemicals to public secondary schools. The Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Folashade Adifisayo, said the investment by the government in the distribution of science materials is aimed at promoting science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics education in schools.
STEAM, of course, is very important to us, so we'll ensure that we continue to invest in STEAM. And we do that by way of labs, in which every year we continue investing in more and more labs. And this year, for instance, we are not just the building of labs in the schools, the renovation of labs in many schools, and of course, we're ensuring that schools have the labs in which you can do the exams. So if you can have a lab, you also need the consumables. So the government, again, as part of its free education policy, has paid for the consumables that we need for the WAEC exams that are ongoing right now. And this, we spent over 80 million naira for over 46,000 candidates across all our schools.
She also added that the state government has ensured prompt payment of WAEC fees.
It's part of the free education policy of the state to say that we will pay the exam fees for all the children who get to SS3. So we actually registered over 51,000 candidates in 322 schools, and the government has spent over 700 million on WAEC fees. This includes, of course, the individual school fees, as well as all other attendant fees that WAEC normally charges.
Mrs. Adifisayo advised the students to put in their best in these examinations, as it is a crucial phase that determines their career path.
My dear students, I wish you all the best in this exam. It's a very critical exam in the life of a Nigerian, because from here you'll decide which career path you are going to pursue, and therefore I urge you to take it with all sense of seriousness. We have reduced your parents' need to be worried about exam fees, practicals, and so on. Provided these resources for you. Therefore, what you have to do now is to focus with all sense of seriousness. I wish you all the best. I look forward to the great results that you will undoubtedly have.
On her part, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Mrs. Abosede Adilaja, noted that the state government has provided funds to schools for other perishables aside the chemicals, which will be procured a day before the examination.
What you saw is just part of it, the chemicals. There is still the perishable aspect of it, that schools have been given funds to get the perishable items. That will be done maybe a day to the exam. The best exam is the first one, and it's always good for them to put in all their best, to work very hard so that they come out with good results and the opportunity is not wasted. The efforts of state government, teachers, and everyone is not coming to a waste.
Over 46,236 students sitting for this year's examination will benefit from the science practical materials and chemicals.
Aside being part of the government's policy, it will go a long way to assist the parents and the schools in sourcing for these equipments, materials, and chemicals that are usually being prescribed by the examination body.
The science materials and chemicals provided by the state government were distributed across the 322 senior public secondary schools in Lagos State.